first one doesn't yet have a rhythm. I mean a gesture, a rhythm, like you're in a boat or in a helicopter, there's a wave. The first one, I don't really feel there's much of a wave. Is that true? Yeah, the second one, I feel that is continuous with a wave. And I think that gives me a sense of musicality. It's much more continuous. I like that. And also you're doing that. It's helping you a lot in the musical line, which I like too. The thing is, your touch is a little bit uncertain because somehow I think in the back of your mind, you're worrying, am I playing too loud? Am I playing it right? Is that true?
Yeah.
You're worried that it would be wrong, or you're worried that it's too loud?
Too loud, or like maybe sometimes I feel sometimes the bass is like too loud.
Okay, well, if you're following a wave, your motion and your movement will be continuous from what happens before, right? So you will not likely to have a sudden accent that you want to avoid. It won't, it's very less likely to happen. Of course, if you suddenly push very quickly or move suddenly, then you would create an accent. But otherwise, if you just follow the wave, the sound you create will be continuous with the movement from before. So it's not likely to be that. Also, in playing soft, the dynamics of loud and soft is relative. What I mean relative is like this, okay? If you see, oh, I opened this for you, and you say, wow, there's a lot of pencils. I mean, a lot of color pens. Yeah, quite a lot of this type of pen in a small pencil case like that. But if you go to a store and you think, there's 1,000 of these, that's really a lot by that. And this is nothing. You know what I mean? So it's relative. But if you compare what you have here with this, I have a lot. Now, if you compare this with the store, they have 2,000, so this is nothing. Same thing for the dynamics, okay? So here, the dynamics P. How soft is P? If you play dum 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 da dee dee da dee 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 dee. If this is your P, okay? Then you're loud dum dum bum bum ba da 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 dee 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 dee. That's your loud. If you play this is your soft. Then da dee 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 is your loud. Right? So it's compared to what you hear as a soft and what is a loud. Okay? You understand what I mean? So if you play and da 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 da, this in a big concert hall is not going to be heard. The soft will disappear. Right? And you will have to play the louder version, which is the soft. That's right. Otherwise, well, they don't hear your soft and they hear your loud part occasionally. Play quite softly. Then you miss 50% of the piece. Understand? So you have to listen and determine what hall you are in and what you're playing for. If you're playing at home, of course, it will be a lot softer. Now then, if you're playing for the machine, okay, here is very close. But I would prefer that you are going to do it like for the concert hall. So this would be more and this will be a lot more. And also it's good that way that you don't have to worry about, I have to play really soft. And now I'm worried that I can have missing notes because I'm so soft that I might have no sound. You want to take off a worry. You understand? And also you want to be free in your movements. You don't want to be holding back. If you're playing soft, hold back. I can't move anymore. Right? So there's an advantage of playing overall a little bit louder, a little bit more outgoing. And then the loud one is easier. Since you're swinging and breathing, just do a bit more, right? So I would not think it's necessary to play extremely soft. Understand? Okay, now, in your movement, the second one is very good. I would like you to play dum, bum, bum. The first one, dum, dum, is going to lead to the next. Dum, 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 da, dee, 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 da, dee, dee. You feel it? Now, so if your right hand is moving, your left hand is going to move too. Now, try here, go. you're doing it well. Because then you don't feel you're clogged. And it happens naturally, which means you're doing it well and it sounds great. And you know that. It's a very easy and you feel confident all the way. You never have any chance for doubt. You're just moving, right? Is it okay like that? Yeah, it's very, very nice. So there's no sense of holding back or worries, you're just doing it. Now, I suggest, in order to help you to feel this kind of flow, we're going to do a little gesture, and it's just for this lesson, you're practicing like this until your next lesson, okay? So what I want you to do is this. Now watch my right hand, okay? Now go. Pedal for me. Okay, I have to play. I can't do others. So now watch me close up, okay? What is that? Okay. Is in your right hand, you're going to do, and you're going to leave with a gesture like this because it's going to force your hand to breathe. Where your wrist, your elbow, your shoulders are all free, so you can sweep up with that movement and come back. So I'm going to do it very slowly and you feel that. This way so that you feel you're totally at ease. Now, for example, here. Dum. Now, let me do it for you. Dum, 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 dum. Just to break it off so that you feel the continuation of the rhythm. I'll do it again for you. Dum, 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 dum. Feel? Now, firm up your fingers once again. When you come back, you firm them. This joint is firm. Okay, now just sit down. So. Good, very good. Here, loosen it so that, now loosen. Yes, now, this is what I call a conducting gesture. You see the conductors with the orchestras? They move their hands. And this is the kind of gesture. So, dum, 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 dum. Now, both hands try. Now, and you fling here. Loosen. You fling here. Dum, 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 dum. Once again, you fling here. Dum, 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 dum. Now, take both hands. Now. Very good. How does it feel? Easy? Yes. And that forces you to do two things. Forces you to relax your hand, and when you finish, you come back in a wave. And that's why it will be very useful. So when you're doing dun, dun, this is easy because this is already in the wave with the left hand and right hand, right? So after you've done this, dun, 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 when you're playing holding on a note, you don't stay. That means if you're holding like that, you're not able to breathe, you see? So when you're holding, now you hold really firm. But all the other joints are ready to take a whack at the next. Now hold, watch me. Now feel it. Very, very solid, and your fingers go. Change your pedal. Right, now feel this, that your elbow here is able to twist and turn. Now loosen. Now put your hand here. Now I'm going to do this. And you hold your fingers firm. Yes, all the other joints are loose. Just that this first finger joint is very firm. Huh? Loosen. Yes, loosen, loosen, loosen. Yes, now I've loosened one joint. I want this to be loose too. And the other joint. Oh, that's great. That's great. Now you're going to play like this, okay? This is biting very firm. But all the joints are loose. 2, 3. Now break. And lead. I would suggest you lead and link. Too fast? No. Break this joint and you feel. Loosen. Now, when you fling, because your fingertips are firm and the joints are loose, when you fling, dang, dang, wow, very strong, you see? Here, but open it a little bit, you need an octave. Dang, dang, loose. Now, feel me. Dang, dang. Now, can you just do one? On the key? Yes, now. So you have now. Yes, now add some pedal. Link a little bit more. And a little more ring with your pedal. Don't move too much. Now this would be finger, E flat. I can't play from here on. Bum, bum, strong. Now, so firm up your pinky, and you're going to fling this. Everything loose. This is locked. This is locked. So you're going to do. You see? Right. Can you take it in one pulse? Move out. And then from top. That's very good. Remember I taught you last time where you move out? When a black to a white, you move out. And then we approach the black. Yes, can you go faster? Dum, dum, dum. Good. That rush. Da, da, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Good. Yes, that's good. And then here, fling. Fling, 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 main note. Fling, dum, dum, main note. Right, that. Dum, dum, dum. I would suggest you lock up your finger joints. Dun, dun, dun. You see, I lock up my joint and play it on the side. Very loose. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 on the D flat. Then change your bow. Change. Maybe you change right before there. No. Change. Can you make it more legato at the beginning? Don't break anything. And can you change? This is a foot. This is a hand. Change. A little more clean. Yes, now it's better. Once again, direct change. Get the first note more linked. That's clean. Play faster. Yes, now play from here. Now, when you're holding, hold tight. You're using a 2, right? Very technical. Okay, so let's try here again. So even if I'm gone, you continue, okay? Yeah, go. Now the first one, can you allow more sound? Go. Now this, why do you move like this? Because you're getting ready for the next, that movement pulls you to be ready for the next chain. Sorry. Go. I would rather leave the most to be the ending, okay? 3, 4, 5. The most, and always the most in the middle. What if we start here? It makes sense to you. Da-dum, da. So, yes, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dum, dum, dum. So you think of 4 plus 2. It makes sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's the same thing. While you're continuing, the most important is when you're getting soft, do not lose the ending of a phrase. And do not lose this continuity. And then you lose the momentum, you lose the continuity there. So complete always the last line. If you're playing this, complete it, and then continue without any breakage. Here too, dun 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 dum bum. It's on the next page, it's in the next bar, but on the next line, but it doesn't mean ding 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 ding. This, it's just we don't have space to write it. Okay.